Now, on Good Morning Northwest, deadly Category 5 Hurricane Melissa slams Jamaica with 175-mile-per-hour winds. The strongest storm on Earth this year forces mass evacuations as forecasters warn of catastrophic damage. We are tracking that storm.
And we are seeing freezing fog and slick patches of road here this morning on the coldest morning we've had so far this fall. What you need to know before you head out the door.
And no more moving from spot to spot. Spokane's new camping ban covers all public property citywide. How police will enforce stricter rules starting today. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. And have a good day.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Tuesday, October 28th. We want to get right to breaking news.
As Hurricane Melissa, the strongest storm on the planet this year, is now striking the island nation of Jamaica this morning.
The storm strengthening into a Category 5 with winds of 175 miles per hour, forcing people to evacuate vulnerable coastal areas. Hannah Joy is tracking the storm from the Breaking Now desk.
Hurricane Melissa still hasn't made landfall, but that could soon change. Right now, forecasters expect it to hit sometime between 8 and 10 this morning, our time. The timing depends on how fast it actually moves. And at last check, Melissa was crawling toward the island at about 7 miles per hour. Here's a live look at Jamaica right now. Those winds and waves are pretty intense. It's shaking the camera with gusts up to 175 miles per hour. It's hard to even see the conditions throughout that fog, but forecasters say Melissa will remain at Category 5 when it hits, and rain could reach between 15 and 30 inches across the island, with some areas seeing up to 40 inches. But already power lines are down, and over the next few hours, buildings and homes could take some heavy hits. The Jamaican government says it's done everything possible to prepare. Yesterday, officials issued a mandatory evacuation order telling people not to wait, leave now. Some did, others stayed behind. Melissa has killed at least 7 people across the Caribbean, and officials say that number could rise.
If we get this Category 5 hurricane, there would be major damage to our road infrastructure, bridges, drains, and possibly some damage to ports and airports. We have a recovery plan for roads, airports, and ports, so we expect that we'll be able to mount that very rapidly.
The Jamaican military has been deployed to assist with the storm. Officials say supplies will be needed once the storm passes. The big concern this morning is flooding, landslides, and winds. Cuba is next in Melissa's path, the Bahamas tomorrow. And by Friday, the storm is expected to pass near Bermuda. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. We got meteorologist Matt Gray standing by tracking this storm as well this morning. Matt.
And as Hannah just mentioned, just a few hours now from the official landfall of this storm, but certainly the impacts of it has been felt all night long. We're just going to see the worst of that wind begin to move into western parts of Jamaica here. Now just about 28 miles away, the center from making a landfall here. So we're talking about 3 to 4 hours, sometime between 8 and 9 a.m. based on what I've been watching on the satellite here, our local time. And the winds, those 175-mile-an-hour winds with gusts that are likely over 200 miles an hour moving into this area, likely as we get past the 7 a.m. hour. Once again, that's our local time. They are 3-ish plus hours ahead. Sustained winds, as we mentioned, 175 miles an hour. The pressure is what we usually use to measure intensity compared to how intense other hurricanes have been in the past. This is the 8th lowest pressure on record for the Atlantic Basin. That is in between Hurricanes Camille and Katrina, both very infamous on the Gulf Coast, as those were hurricanes that ended up making landfall in the United States. I want to give you some context here. We saw some wind damage here locally in the Spokane area over the weekend near Audubon Elementary. Some trees that fell over, some power line damage, some sign damage. 55 to 68 mile an hour wind gusts. Now just add at least 100 miles an hour on top of that, and that is what some people are about to experience. It's hard to even use with numbers, but that's what some people in Jamaica are about to experience here in the coming hours as Hurricane Melissa makes landfall. So some really scary stuff. And once again, it's hard to comprehend. It's hard to share without really knowing the experience of it. None of us can really fully understand what that is going to be like. Just very few people on Earth that do. Right now, it is cold out there this morning. Cold this morning so far. We're in the 20s in Coeur d'Alene. We're in the 30s in Spokane. There's some fog developing that'll affect your morning commute. I'm tracking it for you coming up.
Matt, thanks. Well, the Spokane City Council just passed a new ordinance banning camping citywide. The Safe and Accessible Public Spaces Ordinance prohibits camping and obstruction on all public property, including right-of-ways and entrances to private businesses. Council members say the stricter penalties and clearer definitions will create real change across Spokane. Unlike the camping ban that was passed back in June, people can no longer avoid trouble by simply moving to a different location.
Clarifies that any violation can be cited by an officer, but also encourages an officer to refer an individual to services to navigation.
The ordinance gained bipartisan support at yesterday's Public Safety and Community Health Committee meeting. It then passed in the City Council unanimously. By passing it, officers now have clear enforcement language and can decide whether to cite violators or refer them to resources. This ordinance goes into effect immediately.
Election Day is 1 week away, and yesterday Superior Court received a complaint against Spokane City Council candidate Alejandro Barrientos.
He is running for a seat in District 2. The complaint filed by Elaine Rosado and 2 others argues Barrientos has not lived in District 2 long enough to qualify as a representative. The Spokane City Charter states candidates must be qualified voters who have lived in both the city and the district they are running for during the year immediately preceding the filing deadline. We spoke with Barrientos on Friday, who maintains that he has lived on the South Hill in District 2 during that period, but acknowledged that he did spend some nights elsewhere while going through a divorce.
This complaint won't necessarily affect Barrientos' city council run. He remains eligible to hold office unless a judge decides he is not qualified. Should the judge find him eligible, votes for him will be included in the count. A decision declaring him ineligible before Election Day could lead the court to order the elections office not to tabulate his votes. If that decision comes after Election Day and Barrientos wins the race, it could result in the court directing the elections office not to certify him as a winner. Barrientos released a statement saying last night regarding the complaint filed against him, writing in part, "This is an attempt to weaponize a painful period for my family and political gain. Make no mistake, I am a resident of District 2 and I look forward to representing my neighbors on the City Council." If you plan to mail in your vote for the upcoming election, you should try to get it in the mail by today.
This is because of changes made to the USPS pickup schedule. Spokane County Auditor Vicki Dalton says if your ballot has a late postmark, her office has to reject it. She says make sure it's marked for the correct day by getting it in the mail no later than today.
You can also use ballot drop boxes, which are now open across Spokane County. There are 27 different boxes that'll remain open until 8 p.m. on election night. For a list of those locations, just find this story on KXLY.com. It is now 8 minutes after 6.
Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray. We're going to be wanting to be aware of those roads as we're heading out the door this morning.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of shiny looking roads on the cameras this morning. And hey, no surprise, but some showers recently. Now we're below freezing in many areas for the first time around the local Spokane area. It's a little slick. Then you add in some fog, which is developing in our region here as well. We're tracking your commute coming up.
Gonzaga transfer Tyon Grant Foster wins his court battle against the NCAA. A Spokane County judge grants an injunction allowing him to play this season. Just ahead, the eligibility fight explained.
And ICE leadership faces consequences for missing arrest goals set by the White House. But we're learning about the plans to reassign underperforming directors nationwide. That story coming up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Vineyard Park at South Hill, now open for independent living, assisted living, and memory care.
This month, get spooktacular savings on new Sierra 1500 Denali's with $16,250 off or 0% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kyle with Bill's Heating, here to take a look at your furnace.
I thought you guys were teamed up with Gonzaga. Where's the basketball player?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We do have Davis Fogel on standby.
Standby?
Oh, yeah. Whenever one of us needs him, we just shout his name.
What?
Watch.
Fogel! Whoa, it's like magic.
Actually, he just made me wait around the corner.
Exactly. It's magic.
Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
Out here, no one hands you anything. Every chore, every acre, every paycheck, you've earned it all. So, your finances should work as hard as you do.
Ascend checking from P1FCU can earn you 3.5% APY with no monthly fees, no gimmicks, just rewards for the work that you're already doing. Because around here, dividends are for the doers. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend.
Why is a touchless wash best? Touchless doesn't smack and beat your vehicle with rags and raw brushes with the risk of scratches. Instead, we have multiple nozzles that deliver powerful 800 PSI water jets, covering everything from the sides, the roof, and even the undercarriage. Our mixtures remove dirt, grime, and those nasty, nasty street chemicals.
Car Wash Plaza, it's the best in the Northwest.
This month, get spooktacular savings on new Sierra 2500 HD Denali's, up to $15,000 off or 3.9% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
It is 6:11. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. President Donald Trump held talks today with Japan's new conservative prime minister, Sanae Takachi.
Takachi heralded what she hoped would be the mark of a new golden age of Japan-U.S. alliance. And Trump told her she would be one of the great prime ministers. The leaders signed a rare earths agreement following their bilateral meeting in Tokyo. Now, separately, the president has suggested that he may meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un this week, saying he would love to see him. Trump is currently on the second leg of his Asia tour.
The Trump administration is planning another shakeup at Immigration and Customs Enforcement. At least 4 sources close to the situation say frustrations are mounting over lagging immigration arrests. Earlier this year, the White House set a target of 3,000 daily arrests nationwide, with the agency largely falling short of the goal. Sources say plans are underway to reassign at least a dozen underperforming ICE office directors nationwide.
It's time to plan your day. Cold, frosty, foggy conditions here this morning. You want to plan a little bit of extra time with some slick roads out there in some cases. For this afternoon, turning overcast. There may be a little peak of sun in the late morning or right around lunchtime, but those clouds really start rolling in as we head late into the day. Cloudy, mild weather this evening ahead of some wet weather we're going to track for you coming up.
Gonzaga transfer Tyon Grant Foster will now officially be able to suit up for the Zags this season.
A Spokane County judge granted him a preliminary injunction against the NCAA, allowing him to play. The NCAA argued Grant Foster had already used up his 4 years of eligibility at other schools. That includes 2 years Grant Foster spent at a junior college in 2018 and 2019. His legal team believes he would qualify for an eligibility waiver for at least one of those seasons.
NCAA can come up with rules to address that don't discriminate against people's choice of college, that don't shorten your 4-year college experience by 2 years because you needed some time to get ready.
Grant Foster's legal team says the NCAA can still appeal the decision, but hopes it will respect that ruling. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:14. We're going to see him here in just a little bit.
Yeah,
by the way.
suiting up for sure. Well, the World Series game that just wouldn't end. 18 innings, 2 Ohtani home runs, and a finish you just have to see. The incredible ending coming up a little later here on Good Morning Northwest.
And we went in search of another Halloween haunt, and boy, did we hit the creepy jackpot. After the break, we'll give you a closer look and tell you where you can find this.
Anxiety, depression, trauma. They're hitting students harder than ever. But now, Spokane schools and doctors are bringing help right to campus. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. I'll show you how this resource is becoming a lifeline for families. Wednesday at 6 on 4 News Now.
Hi, Jessica.
I've heard that you can come the same day I call you.
Give us an address and we're on our way.
But how?
1-800-GOT-JUNK is the world's largest junk removal service.
I want you to come today.
We're on our way.
With depression, it feels like every day you're just going through the motions. But what if you could get your go back?
Go with
Auvelity. Auvelity worked fast. Some saw relief in as early as 1 week. And Auvelity lasted. On average, significant relief was seen at 6 weeks. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions in young adults. Tell your doctor about sudden changes to mood, thoughts, or behavior. Don't take Auvelity if you have a history of seizure, eating disorder, or have abruptly stopped drinking alcohol, or taking benzodiazepines, barbiturates, or anti-seizure medicine. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Don't take if you're allergic to dextromethorphan, bupropion, or any of the ingredients in Auvelity. Don't take with MAOIs. High blood pressure, manic episodes, serious eye problems, and dizziness can occur. Report all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Don't take Auvelity if you are or may become pregnant. Side effects can include dizziness, headache, diarrhea, feeling sleepy, dry mouth, sexual function problems, and excessive sweating. Ask your provider about Auvelity.
Go with Auvelity. DJ Mickey and his friends invite you to an adventure that's off the charts. Only at Disney on Ice Let's Dance. Enjoy a special holiday sing-along pre-show included with your ticket. Playing Spokane Arena November 14th through 16th.
Born and raised in Spokane, Zach Sapone is a teacher who understands our challenges to get ahead. Zach goes above and beyond, standing up for working and middle-class families like his own. On council, he's delivered results, making housing more affordable, improving streets and transit, and creating safe, vibrant neighborhoods. Zach knows there's more to be done. That's why he's pushing forward on homelessness, housing, and public safety.
I'm Zach Sapone. I'm asking for your vote so we can keep fighting for everyone to have a fair shot.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's the final days of Chevy Truck Month. Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Your junk isn't nearly as weird as you think.
I think it's weird.
We've picked up several thousand cans of tuna.
Wow.
400 wedding dresses, a chair made of pancakes, and a couch full of bees. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU and Volunteers Count.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:17. As we count down the days to Halloween, we are showing off some of the spookiest displays in the neighborhood.
Yeah, yesterday morning we visited a neighborhood on the South Hill that was really decked out, really cool. Well, we found another one. This is Elm Street. Seriously, the nightmare on Elm Street, it really is. This is 712 South Elm Street.
And this is where you can find a hearse parked out front that welcomes you into a spooky graveyard complete with a bunch of giant skeletons, a vampire, and a zombie horse. There's a werewolf in the back. Looking very, very spooky. Homeowner Toby Johnson says that you are more than welcome to come by and check it out. You're on the lower South Hill, 712 South Elm Street.
I'm wondering, I'm so like creeped out, you know, how does that one skeleton that we showed at first was blinking at us, how does it blink with no eyelids?
Oh, scary.
Bum, bum, bum.
Don't like it. But
I don't like it.
I wonder if his house scares away any trick-or-treaters on Halloween night.
I'll bet
the littles.
I bet the little ones, yeah.
But the older kids probably love it.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, do you like
if I had the creepy blinking thing, I couldn't even look at the creepy blinking things when I was in the Home Depot. You kidding me?
Keep Matt away from South Elm Street. Then.
Oh my gosh.
I'm more in the pumpkin pie kind of Halloween.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
fair
very
enough.
good.
For sure. Okay, so we got shiny roads out there this morning. It's cold this morning. A lot of us have seen so far this fall season. You want to build in some extra time, leave a little bit early because it could get a little slick out there. Especially you got those area bridges as well. You know, they always ice up first. We got to start getting into that winter driving mode with November right around the corner. And we know we always start seeing at least a little bit of snow at some point during the month. So you can see, yeah, looking pretty shiny here. This is the 95 overpass over I-90 here in Coeur d'Alene. And temperatures are above freezing in the downtown area in Coeur d'Alene, 34 degrees, but in the West Plains, we're down to 31. But remember, this is the temperature up here, right around your head, 5-6 feet. Down at the ground, the temperatures are cooler here in the mornings. Road temperatures are down below freezing pretty much everywhere in the I-90 corridor in Spokane and Kootenai counties. So, any wet roads, they're going to start to get a little bit slick. Then you have some fog developing out there as well. freezing fog, starts to see a little bit more kind of layers of very, very thin ice here. So don't underestimate this stuff. Just take it a little slower out there. One way that we can keep an eye on fog is, well, if the humidity is 100%, there's probably some fog out there. So folks around Phelps Field seeing some fog development. Coeur d'Alene Airport here as well as you head up towards the Hayden area, likely seeing fog as well. And we've seen the humidity get up into the 100% range around Spokane International as well. You can see the Deep Creek area all the way up towards Ford and Long Lake. Those areas in blue, that signifies a little bit of fog, as well as you head from Rathdrum north into Twin Lakes and the Spirit Lake area as well. We're also seeing a little bit of fog here this morning. And yeah, just don't be surprised if you run into some. As you can see, plenty of our northern valley seeing some fogginess as well as around Orofino. You also see these areas in red. These are high clouds ahead of our next weather system. The rest of today is going to be pretty quiet once any of that fog dissipates here, but it will be cloudy. We will see 1 or 2 showers in places like the Methow Valley, and then very early tomorrow morning, we will see this rain begin to move in. It'll be just for the early morning hours, early morning commute, and then sunshine after that for a couple of days. More rain is coming for the weekend, and we may see a little bit of that on Friday. I'm keeping an eye on that trick-or-treat forecast over the next couple of days, and you should as well.
Sure, a lot of parents and trick-or-treaters watching it very closely.
Yes, definitely. Okay, Matt, thanks so much. It's now 6:21.
From the legal court to the basketball court, Tyon Grant Foster made his return to the kennel last night for the Zags' second exhibition game of the season. And he showed up to play. We'll have those highlights coming up right after this break in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Bacon! I need bacon! Not bacon! Not bacon! Not falling for that again. Squirrel? No time! It's meaty. It's tasty. It's bacon! Nom 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 nom. I love you. I love bacon. I love you. I love bacon.
It's that time of year to get fall flooring specials from Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop. Shop for wood.
Get your home ready for the holidays with big fall savings on new vinyl, hardwood, or laminate flooring from the pros at Windsor Plywood.
Touchdown on savings at George Key Kia Spokane. We're clearing out all new 2025 Kias at huge discounts to make room for the new 2026 Kias on the way. Shop over 350 new Kias and score big. Locally owned, family operated, always exceeding your expectations with unbeatable deals and exceptional customer service. Don't miss this chance to save. Visit George Key Kia Spokane off I-90 and Liberty Lake or shop anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
The purpose of a city council is to represent its residents, to improve community life, and to guide city operations for the benefit of its citizens. So, how's your Spokane City Council doing? Our elected officials have forbidden police to stop public camping on our streets. Kate Tellis is also against enforcement. But Alejandro is for stopping criminal activity on our streets while offering real help to those in need. So please, vote for Alejandro to restore our safety.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. With rapid remission at 12 weeks and fewer bowel movements and less abdominal pain at 4 weeks. Most patients achieve remission at 1 year, and some patients saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Attention high school sports fans. Your school could be featured on 4 News Now Game of the Week. Go to KXLY.com. Vote for your favorite game, and your team could be the featured game on Friday Night Sports Extra. 4 News Now Game of the Week. Brought to you by BECU.
Good morning, folks. It's time for sports. We had an exciting last few days, so that means we have an exciting segment for you with the Zags back in action last night. Thank you for joining me. And they had their second exhibition game last night. Spike was fired up. All the fans were too. And to say that the energy in the kennel was electric last night was an understatement. Tyon Grant Foster was back on the court, and look at this assist to Graham EK for the slam dunk. And the fans couldn't have been more ecstatic. Mark Few and all of his teammates were in full support. You can see all the wonderful handshakes there. Braden Huff was on fire. He got the Zags' first points on the board with multiple baskets early in that game. 2 back-to-back back-to-back buckets from him. And Graham Ike brought all the heat too. Would you look at that? That's a duo that you just don't want to mess with. The Zags ended up dominating that one for a final score of 111-53, which is more than double of the Wolves' points. The Zags are now under 1 week away from their season opener after 2 absolutely dominating exhibition games, one of which closed out last night. Looking ahead, they're hosting the Texas Southern Tigers on November 3rd at the McCarthy Athletic Center. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. And, well, that's a wrap for Good Morning Sports, folks. We'll have more for you today, and I hope you have a great one.
And hey, the World Series Game 3, not in that report because the game was still going on long after everyone went home and maybe went to bed last night. We're going to skip ahead to the bottom of the 7th. He can't be stopped. It is Shohei Ohtani, already 3 for 3 with a home run. Belts his 2nd of the night, and that's all even at 5. Then we're going to skip ahead 11 innings. That's right, still knotted at 5 apiece at almost midnight in L.A. when Freddie Freeman hits a 3-2 pitch into center field, and it gets just over the wall for a walk-off home run. And that's the final score. Finally, I'm sure so many people said the Dodgers win it 6-5. The 18-inning game. It's the 2nd longest World Series game ever, and they get to do it all again tonight. Shohei Ohtani is taking the mound for his first World Series start tonight at 5 o'clock. Hopefully they are resting.
Oh, wow.
It's a quick turnaround for baseball players, for sure.
No kidding. Thank goodness it's not an afternoon game or,
that
matinee.
Would be brutal.
That would be tough. It's now 6:26.
Food banks across Spokane face empty shelves as SNAP benefits end, leaving some families wondering where their next meal will come from. The tangible impacts of the government shutdown on our community. That's next.
Plus, West Hills residents feel betrayed by a tiny home proposal in their neighborhood. They claim the nonprofit behind it wasn't transparent. We'll tell you their concerns next. And as we take a break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America, starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Halloween candy warning.
Look for unusual symbols, unusual odors, anything that may indicate this isn't normal. And if you're a child and you're not sure what you have, go to an adult.
One Michigan police department warning some counterfeit candy and snacks, like the ones pictured here, can look quite similar to the real thing and may contain THC or hallucinogenic mushroom products.
We thought to ourselves, wow, if a group of trained investigators looked at this and didn't pay any attention, what's your average kid going to do on Halloween? And we just felt we wanted to get this message out there to parents and children to be vigilant this Halloween season.
Police say the brands shown are not behind the fake products. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have what to look out for to keep your trick-or-treating safe and fun. With your GMA First Look, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make a little one feel like a giant, can bring sparkle to a teenager, or be the unspoken language between best buddies. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch as they welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Horizon Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Extreme Team.
This winter, experience the ultimate rock Christmas tradition. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, presenting the Ghosts of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO and more. Friday, November 21st, Spokane Arena. Tickets on sale now at ticketswest.com. Don't miss this season's most exciting concert experience. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert.
Country Financial has been helping protect lives and livelihoods since 1925. Here with advice on better managing risk is a Country Financial representative.
Financial planning is an important way for people and families to better manage risk. But one often overlooked element is life insurance. Why is having life insurance important as a part of an overall financial plan? First, it provides an income to those depending on you should you die unexpectedly. Income for paying off a mortgage, college tuition for children, or simply for daily living expenses. Life insurance can be surprisingly affordable with many options to choose from. Term insurance covering specific periods of time, as well as whole life insurance for managing risk throughout your entire lifetime. A professional can help guide you through choices, making sure you provide for those you care about as the ultimate expression of love and caring. A way to provide for them if you're not able to.
For more information, visit countryfinancial.com.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker kicking off this half hour. The state of Texas is suing Johnson & Johnson, the makers of Tylenol, for failing to warn people about the risk of taking Tylenol while pregnant. The lawsuit is the first of its kind from a state government. It comes a month after the Trump administration announced updated guidance discouraging pregnant women from taking acetaminophen, citing it as a possible cause of autism. The announcement met with immediate condemnation from the healthcare community and leading to confusion among pregnant women, unsure how they should manage fever and pain during pregnancy.
Well, you might think the Statue of Liberty's birthday is July 4th, but it's not. It's actually today. October 28th marks the day 139 years ago the last reviette of the Lady Liberty was installed. And on that day, President Grover Cleveland and numerous French and American dignitaries dedicated the monument. The 151-foot statue was a gift meant to commemorate the alliance with France during the American Revolution.
Also celebrating a big birthday, the famous St. Louis Gateway Arch is 60 years old today, the gateway to the West. The 630-foot high arch was completed October 28th of 1965. It commemorates President Thomas Jefferson's Louisiana Purchase of 1803 and celebrates St. Louis's central role in the westward expansion that followed. About 4 million people visit that park each year.
Big birthdays today.
You can go up in it and it's a little bit creepy, or a lot creepy. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Tuesday, October 28th. We're going to start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray and a look at that first alert forecast.
All right, folks, we're pretty chilly this morning. Might want to grab another layer because we've got some of our coldest temperatures. This is our first official freeze for Spokane this fall season. We're down to 28 in Coeur d'Alene. And look at the overpass here. Highway 95 and I-90. Shiny roads after a bunch of wet weather over the past few days. Now we're seeing things begin to slicken up and freeze up here this morning across the region. So you need to build in some extra time, not just to scrape the windshield, not just to put the defroster on or warm up the car, but also that there may be some icy patches out there and some areas of fog that could also slicken things up out there as well this morning. So we're at 30 at Spokane International and Fairchild. Spangles at 33. We're just above freezing in the Valley, Liberty Lake, Post Falls, and in downtown Coeur d'Alene. But remember, these are the air temperatures. Temperatures down at the ground, the road temperatures. That's what matters when we talk about these types of situations here. And they are all down to freezing or just slightly below freezing this morning. So build in some extra time for your commute. That's what we've got locally. We've also got an update here on Hurricane Melissa, one of the strongest storms we have seen over the last 20 years. There's some brand new data coming in here as it approaches Jamaica from the National Hurricane Center. Sustained winds now 180 miles an hour and one of the lowest pressures on record for the North Atlantic. So it is getting much closer with what's happening on the ground. We go to Hannah Joy at the Breaking Now desk.
We are still following breaking news out of Jamaica. As Matt said, Hurricane Melissa is gusting up to 100 miles per hour. The storm is moving toward the island at about 7 miles an hour. It is expected to hit Jamaica sometime between 8 and 10 this morning, our time. Melissa has already turned deadly, and it's responsible for 7 deaths so far. 3 in Jamaica, 3 in Haiti, and 1 in the Dominican Republic. Here's a live look at Jamaica right now. You can see those winds still moving and those waves still pounding the coast. Melissa is strengthening as it approaches the island. Forecasters say Melissa will remain at a Category 5 when it hits. Rain could reach between 15 and 30 inches across the island, with some areas seeing up to 40 inches. In Cuba, officials say more than 600,000 people have been evacuated. Across Jamaica, there are reports of fallen trees trees and power outages. Officials expect cleanup time to take some time. The big concern here this morning is flooding, landslides, and winds. And travelers from the U.S. are stranded in Jamaica. Airports there remain shut down. We are still tracking the latest developments, and we will bring you those as it comes in. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. The controversy continues over the tiny home village coming to the West Hills.
A letter from neighbors say they feel misled by the organization behind the proposed tiny homes project. In a 23-page letter sent to city staff, one neighbor alleges the Waters Meat Foundation group has not been transparent about the development, saying it was misleading when answering an environmental impact checklist by not disclosing who would live there. The letter also claims the property is not zoned correctly for this project.
They did not disclose at all that these were going to be homeless individuals, particularly suffering from opioid use disorder.
The letter says the project has been compromised and should be abandoned. Waters Meat Foundation says it's working with city staff to comply with all laws and regulations, and that it holds regular community meetings to gather feedback. Those meetings are open for anyone to attend. The city's review of the application is ongoing, and the process remains open and transparent. Nothing has been finalized, and they are still taking public comment. Local food banks are worried their shelves may be empty later this week.
Pantries are in high demand now that the U.S. government shutdown has officially paused SNAP benefits starting November 1st. At the MLK Community Center in East Central Spokane, supplies are already running low. The director is worried that with the increased demand, they may have to turn people away. Many of those people have no other option to feed their families.
We don't know if we're going to eat or nothing else next week. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you going to do?
The shutdown also blocks food banks from applying for grants. Meanwhile, community donations can provide some temporary relief. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints will donate 40,000 pounds of food to food banks in Deer Park, Elk, and Airway Heights today. The pantries don't know how long these supplies will last as that demand grows.
Wow, what an incredible donation.
We'll keep you updated here. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:37.
All right, keeping us updated on what's happening with our weather is meteorologist Matt Gray.
And that fog is thickening up around Fairchild Air Force Base, so across the West Plains. Got to be ready for some limited visibility and for things to once again just be just a little slick. It's enough to where you got to pay attention to it. It's not crazy like we see sometimes in the wintertime, but yeah, just enough that you want to slow down a little bit out on the roads this morning. We're tracking the latest with your commute coming up.
Still to come on Good Morning Northwest, turkey prices jumped 40% from last year as holiday shopping begins. Inflation's hitting our Thanksgiving tables. Find out which foods cost more, but which cost less when we come back.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Born and raised in Spokane, Zach Sapone is a teacher who understands our challenges to get ahead. Zach goes above and beyond, standing up for working and middle-class families like his own. On council, he's delivered results, making housing more affordable, improving streets and transit, and creating safe, vibrant neighborhoods. Zach knows there's more to be done. That's why he's pushing forward on homelessness, housing, and public safety.
I'm Zach Sapone. I'm asking for your vote so we can keep fighting for everyone to have a fair shot.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
Jen loved her Gain flings. Then Brad showed up with Gain rinse and beads. When they mixed their scents, they discovered they were scent mates. Smells like it's gonna last. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
Do you have old or unused medication? Keep your loved ones safe by disposing of your unneeded medications at a drop-off location. It's a simple way to make your home safer and to help prevent misuse or accidental poisoning. Find a secure take-back kiosk near you at medtakebackwashington.org.
Escape
to Mistaqua Casino Hotel, just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Enjoy the region's only non-smoking casino, featuring exciting ways to win, delicious food options, and a beautiful hotel to book your next getaway. Relax, rejuvenate, and discover more fun with our hotel amenities, including a sparkling pool, modern fitness center, and a convenient ski locker room designed for guests heading to the slopes. Plan your perfect staycation and book today at Mistaqua.com.
Anxiety, depression, trauma. They're hitting students harder than ever. But now, Spokane schools and doctors are bringing help right to campus. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. I'll show you how this resource is becoming a lifeline for families. Wednesday at 6 on 4 News Now.
Welcome back. Your time right now, 6:40. In news for your money this morning, the cost of living has gotten more expensive for Americans. A key inflation report released last week shows prices have risen at the fastest pace since the start of this year.
It has left many of us feeling the financial squeeze at the grocery store, and it will have an impact on this year's holiday meals. Food prices for many popular ingredients and holiday dishes are up, like potatoes, meats, fresh vegetables, bakery products, and alcohol prices. Bankrate financial analyst Stephen Cate says there are a variety of factors impacting prices.
Tariffs can have an impact, but crops can have an impact. Quality, quantity, sourcing, all of that can impact what that is.
The biggest sticker shock this season is turkey. The annual wholesale price for frozen turkey is $1.32 per pound. It's roughly 40% higher than last year, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. There is some good news. Eggs and butter have both dropped in price in the last year.
Time to plan your day. Cold this morning. Some of the coldest weather we've seen so far this fall in many places. It's frosty, it's foggy. Plan some extra time to get where you're going. Then for this afternoon, maybe a little bit of clearing around midday, but then turning overcast fairly quickly. Cloudy and mild conditions tonight ahead of some wet weather I'll track for you coming up.
Thanks, Pat. It's now 6:42.
Today marks day 28 of the government shutdown, and millions face losing food benefits this week. Federal workers miss their first full paychecks today. See how the crisis deepens. That's next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
At Perfection Tire, your safety is our top priority with superior tire brands like Cooper, Nokian, and Toyo tires.
Plan ahead and save with Perfection's preseason pricing going on now. We have everything your vehicle needs for winter driving.
This week on Neutrogena Remembers.
Will you marry me?
I love you.
If you remember these two, it may be time to start using Neutrogena Retinol Regenerating Cream. It can reverse 7 years of visible aging. Great skin. Oh, to be young.
Last year, I found my daughter playing with a piece of foil, and my world stopped. The panic hit me. Fentanyl, her future, everything flashing before my eyes. Now, she's scared to touch anything on the ground. That is unacceptable. I'm Alejandro Barrientos, and she is the reason why I'm running for City Council. I support Prop 1, and my opponent does not. I work to make Spokane more affordable for families and seniors and reduce homelessness with compassion and accountability. I'm Alejandro Barrientos, and I ask for your vote.
Need a new garage door?
Sorry.
We know your garage door is more than just a door. It's also curb appeal and security. That's why our expertly trained technicians bring precision to every install. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and a great investment for your home. Give us a call today.
In celebration of Veterans Day, 4 News Now and BECU would like to honor those who've served our country. Go to KXLY.com. Submit a photo and a short write-up on a veteran or military member. 4 News Now, honoring our heroes. Brought to you by BECU.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better and to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
Don't get left out in the cold.
Beat the crowds and save with Perfection Tire's preseason pricing. Plus, get expert winter service with our certified technicians to keep your car running smoothly all season long.
Nobody beats perfection.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
Welcome back. Your time right now, 6:45. It is now day 28 of the government shutdown, and millions of Americans are on the verge of losing food benefits by the end of this week.
Yeah, it comes as President Trump left the White House for his second foreign trip in less than a month. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in D.C. with the details.
Overnight, President Trump on the USS George Washington, traveling to Japan to sign multiple trade agreements. The trip overshadowed as tens of millions of Americans feel the impact of the government shutdown. This week, federal food assistance programs like SNAP are set to run out, a lifeline for nearly 42 million Americans.
My stomach dropped because I'm already struggling. I'm already stretching food. It has been days where the kids eat and I'll just survive off water, because that's what I'll have to do in November.
At airports across the country, food pantries are popping up to help support TSA workers and air traffic controllers who are set to miss their first full paycheck today. Congressional Republicans say they support the White House argument that they cannot tap emergency money to keep the government's nutrition program running during the shutdown.
I guess the Americans currently lining up at food banks can comfort themselves with the knowledge that they're being sacrificed to advance Democrats' political goals.
But Democrats argue that the administration has moved money around before, including to pay military salaries. And they say they are standing firm on their demands that health care subsidies be extended to prevent tens of millions of Americans from seeing their health insurance premiums skyrocket.
The president should stop focusing on foreign escapades, on ballrooms, on bailouts for Argentina, and start focusing on negotiating with Democrats to lower people's health care costs.
As the stalemate drags on, the Senate chaplain with this message to lawmakers.
Lord, remind our lawmakers that no gold medals are given for breaking shutdown records.
Some House Republicans have expressed concern with Speaker Johnson's approach to keep the lower chamber away from D.C. during the shutdown and are pressing him to reconsider his strategy. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
It is 6:47, and here is a live look at a very creepy haunt. This is Elm Street, literal Elm Street in Spokane.
That's pretty good.
This is a house on the South Hill, the lower South Hill. It's 712 South Elm Street. There you can see they have it all decked out. We got spooky skeletons. There's a hearse. There's a werewolf in the background.
Oh, yeah, and it's huge.
And we saw a house yesterday, saw another house today. If you have any other recommendations, or maybe your house is an impressive Halloween display like this, let us know. We'd love to keep showing off throughout the week here. Thanks to Toby for reaching out and telling us about this house.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad we got to see it. And you can still see it, too. And also, if that kind of thing scares you, stay away from 712 South Elm. Like me, I might be like, okay.
Yeah, might not go to Elm Street.
Probably a good idea, Matt.
All right, folks. So we got some fog this morning, some spooky commute around our region. So we're starting to see a little bit of a distorted picture here. This is the hill that goes up to the airport on I-90. So starting to see all the lights kind of blend together. Starting to see that mistiness come down out of the West Plains. You can see areas around Deep Creek of this blue color. That's where we're seeing some of that fog develop here this morning, as well as around Rathdrum, Twin Lakes, and up into the Spirit Lake area as well. There are other places that are likely going to see at least a little bit of fog development around the I-90 corridor, as well as we head later into the morning. Plus, Sandpoint, Newport, the Colville area, Lake Roosevelt, southern Lake Coeur d'Alene, down to the St. Mary's area, and around 4th of July Pass, all seeing some limited visibility as well this morning. Plus, it's freezing fog with these temperatures, so now you're adding just a little bit of slipperiness on top to already somewhat slippery roads in some places, thanks to some of the wet weather we've had freezing up a little over the last couple of days. Look at Moses Lake, down to 28, so easily our coldest morning in many areas for this fall season thus far. For this afternoon, mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. We've got rain on the way, but it'll come very late tonight, and that's why our temperatures tonight are going to be much, much warmer than what we we are seeing right now. Almost everybody should be above freezing. We might see 1 or 2 showers around Winthrop and around the other parts of the Met-Howe Valley here this afternoon as some of that rain begins to move into the Cascades. But most of us are going to be waiting late into the night and really very early tomorrow morning. This is about 4:30 a.m. We've got some wet weather moving through the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. By 8 or 9 o'clock, that rain begins to move its way out of our area. And then we have a pretty nice looking Wednesday and Thursday in our region. Looking pretty nice there. It'll be chilly again in the mornings. We're keeping an eye on a chance for some showers for trick-or-treat time. We'll keep you updated throughout the week. Coming up next, after these messages, it's the Morning Sprint with what you need to know.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tin Roof.
Our current extreme team, Parasports in Newman Lake, helping youth and adults with mobility and vision impairment. And we're going to renovate 3,000 square feet for comfort zones. The 4 News Now Extreme team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Style or substance? Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR plus no monthly payments until next year on select Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
Call in your holiday heroes. Let Eat Good Group and our team of culinary pros take the heavy lifting out of this year's holiday party. Our team is ready to build for any type of event, from small dinner parties to large corporate gatherings. Laughing Dog Tap Room in Sandpoint, Honey in Coeur d'Alene, Baba in Francais in Spokane. La Catering can make any space shine. Eat Good Group, your holiday heroes. Book today at eatgoodgroup.com.
The purpose of a city council is to represent its residents, to improve community life, and to guide city operations for the benefit of its citizens. So, how's your Spokane City Council doing? Our elected officials have forbidden police to stop public camping on our streets. Kate Tellis is also against enforcement. But Alejandro is for stopping criminal activity on our streets while offering real help to those in need. So please, vote for Alejandro to restore our safety.
Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Returning to Spokane. Visit BroadwaySpokane.com today for tickets.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprints.
Well, grab a jacket. It's a chilly start to your morning today, and those clouds will be sticking around through the afternoon. Meteorologist Matt Gray is looking at your forecast.
Empty shelves and growing lines. Spokane food banks worry they won't keep up now that the government shutdown has paused SNAP benefits.
And we're checking out a literal nightmare on Elm Street, where you can see another spooky Halloween display. But first, Hannah Joy live in studio this morning with breaking news out of Jamaica on Hurricane Melissa.
Natalie, right now, Hurricane Melissa winds are gusting to 180 miles per hour. The storm is moving toward the island at about 7 miles an hour, and it is expected to hit Jamaica sometime between 8 and 10 this morning. Here's a live look at Jamaica. Those winds and waves are still intense. Montego Bay has seen rough seas all morning, and forecasters say Melissa will remain at Category 5 when it hits. The big concern is flooding, landslides, and winds. Cuba is next in Melissa's path, the Bahamas tomorrow, and by Friday, the storm is expected to pass near Bermuda. For updates on those conditions, stick around for Good Morning America.
And in your local weather, some slick, icy patches on area roads after some wet weather, and now temperatures down to freezing. Also some areas of freezing fog, so make sure you're taking it easy out there on your morning commute. We will see mostly cloudy skies after that fog lifts and temperatures warm above freezing for the afternoon. It will not be super warm, still in the upper 40s, low 50s. The cloudiness ahead of some rain that we're expecting for early tomorrow morning.
The Spokane City Council just passed a new ordinance banning camping citywide. The Safe and Accessible Public Spaces Ordinance prohibits camping and obstruction on all public property, including right-of-ways and entrances to private businesses. Council members say the stricter penalties and clearer definitions will create real change across Spokane. It passed the City Council unanimously last night. That ordinance now goes into effect immediately.
Election Day is 1 week away from today, and yesterday, Superior Court received a complaint against Spokane City Council candidate Alejandro Barrientos. He is running for a seat in District 2. The complaint, filed by Elaine Rosado and 2 others, argues Barrientos hasn't lived in District 2 long enough to qualify as a representative. The Spokane City Charter states candidates must be qualified voters who have lived in both the city and the district they are running for during the year immediately preceding the filing deadline. We spoke with Barrientos Friday, who maintains he has lived on Spokane South Hill in District 2 during that period, but acknowledged he has spent some nights elsewhere while going through a divorce.
And this complaint won't necessarily affect Barrientos' city council run. He remains eligible to hold office unless a judge decides he is not qualified. Well, if you plan to mail in your vote for the upcoming election, you should try to get it in by today. This is because of changes made to the USPS pickup schedule. Spokane County Auditor Vicki Dalton says if your ballot has a late postmark, her office has to reject it. She says make sure it is marked for the correct day by getting it into the mail no later than today.
You can also use ballot drop boxes, which are now open across Spokane County. There are 27 different boxes. They'll remain open until 8 p.m. on election night. And for a list of those locations, just look for this story on KXLY.com.
Gonzaga transfer Tyon Grant Foster will now be able to suit up for the Zags this season. A Spokane County judge granted him a preliminary injunction against the NCAA, allowing him to play. The NCAA arguing Grant Foster had already used up his 4 years of eligibility at other schools. That includes 2 years Grant Foster spent at a junior college in 2018 and 2019. Grant Foster's legal team says the NCAA can still appeal this decision, but hopes it will respect the ruling. He suited up for the Zags exhibition game last night.
A letter from neighbors say they feel misled by an organization behind the proposed tiny homes project coming to the West Hills. In a 23-page letter sent to city staff, one neighbor alleges the Waters Meat Foundation group has not been transparent about the development. Waters Meat Foundation says it's working with city staff to comply with all laws and regulations, and that it holds regular community meetings to gather feedback. Those meetings are open for anyone to attend.
Local food banks are worried their shelves may be empty later this week. Pantries are in high demand now that the U.S. government shutdown has officially paused SNAP benefits starting November 1st. At the MLK Community Center in East Central Spokane, supplies are already running low. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints will donate 40,000 pounds of food to food banks in Deer Park, Elk, and Airway Heights today.
And another live look this morning at a nightmare on Elm Street, 712 South Elm Street, that is, decked out in a scary display for Halloween. We'll be right back with weather.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Thank you.
I got this.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
When you don't use Bounce, dryer heat can be a real monster. It turns clothes into static magnets for your hair. Use Bounce to stop it. Uh-oh. If you want static-resistant clothes.
This week on Neutrogena Remembers.
Will you marry me?
I love you.
If you remember these two, it may be time to start using Neutrogena Retinol Regenerating Cream. It can reverse 7 years of visible aging. Great skin. Oh, to be young.
Anybody who wants to get lumber, they get it from Ziggy's, right?
Oh, of course. We have over 14,000 items, the majority of them being building materials, sheeting, lumber, roofing, anything you need for your home.
Ziggy's!
Yeah, Ziggy's.
And the skies looking a little spooky this morning around Spokane. Starting to see some low clouds and some fog development here on what's been the coldest morning so far this fall season. Keeping a lookout for freezing fog and some shiny roads out there over the next couple of hours. We'll be in the upper 40s with cloudy conditions this afternoon. A little bit of rain tomorrow morning and then some sunshine for a couple of days. We'll start clouding over again on Halloween. We still are in the realm of possibility. We may see some showers as we get close to trick-or-treat time. I'll keep you updated for the rest of the week. Fingers crossed here.
Well, thanks for starting your Tuesday with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, we've loved having you along. We'll see you throughout the morning with live local updates on GMA. Ooh.